The most dangerous kind of betrayal is the one that happens slowly in the quiet spaces of a connection you thought was safe. Relationships are built on reciprocity, a mutual exchange of vulnerability, effort, and care. But sometimes, without noticing, you stop being a partner and start becoming a resource. You find yourself constantly draining your own emotional and financial reservoirs to keep a connection alive, while the other person simply reaps the benefits. If you feel an unexplainable weight in your chest when you think about your partner, it's time to look at the data. Here are 8 psychological signs that you are being used. The first sign is convenience-based intimacy. They're completely unavailable when you need a shoulder to lean on, but the moment they need a favor, a ride, or financial backing, their schedule suddenly clears. Second, notice the one-sided investment. You are the only one planning dates, text messaging first, and sacrificing your peace to fix arguments. Third is conditional affection. Their warmth is a performance, turned on only when they want something from you, and immediately replaced by cold indifference when their needs are met. Fourth, they cultivate an emotional monopoly. Your feelings are constantly minimized or labeled as too sensitive, while their emotional crises demand your absolute, immediate attention. Fifth, watch out for the ghosting pattern. They disappear for days without explanation, leaving you in a state of anxiety, only to return when they have nowhere else to go. Sixth is the shielded future. When you try to talk about long-term financial goals, building an empire together, or permanent commitments, they instantly change the subject. They want your present utility, not your future reality. Seventh, look at the boundary test. Every time you say no to a request, they react with anger, guilt trips, or silent treatments. To them, a boundary isn't a healthy limit. It's an insult. And eighth, you suffer from chronic exhaustion. You leave interactions feeling entirely depleted rather than filled up. Your intuition is screaming what your logical mind is trying to ignore. We often stay in these cycles because we fall in love with a person's potential instead of their patterns. We assume that if we just give a little more, sacrifice a bit deeper, or love them a little better, they will finally see our value. But you cannot fix an emotional deficit with someone who is content with breaking you. Stop letting your loyalty turn you into an accomplice in your own heartbreak. A lonely room is far safer than a connection that forces you to shrink just to keep the peace. The moment you realize your worth is the moment you stop negotiating your boundaries. You don't owe anyone a courtroom defense of your character, and you don't need to make a dramatic scene. Take a step back, look at the reality of the situation, and make a quiet, permanent exit. Protect your peace, reclaim your energy, and save your devotion for someone who knows how to return it. Never let your loneliness lower your standards. You are a partner, not a convenience.